Disclaimer. This video is about a topic with a fairly small amount of documentation. If I make a mistake, please correct me in the comments. Also, this is a sequel to my previous video on the Murray Bridge Bunyip. You've probably already watched it if you're seeing this, but if you haven't, go back and see that first. Now, without further ado. A few months ago, I was bored scrolling through my YouTube recommendations, and I saw this weird video about submechanophobia, and one aspect of it really interested me. An animatronic called the Murray Bridge Bunyip. But even after researching and making a video on it, I still ended up having a couple of questions. Well, in today's video, I plan to not only answer those questions, but also talk about the other two Bunyip animatronics, the Ettamogah and Big Banana Bunyip. So, let's begin. First, let's answer the questions that I had at the end of the last video. Why did they build the Bunyip? The same reason they made the story, to keep people safe around the water. Where did the old Bunyip go? Well, to put it simply, it's in a dump. It's gone, dead, dust. Which is kinda sad for me, but at least for the sake of some of you, he's not rotting at the bottom of the lake. Is Dennis Newell still alive? From what I can tell, he's fine. While I thought he wasn't for a while, after doing some digging on Facebook, I think he's still out there, mostly because of the way this person is referring to him. Now that I've answered all the questions from the last video, here's a little bit of new information. The future of the Bunyip animatronic isn't very bright. It's been recently revealed that the Bunyip will most likely be replaced by some kind of holographic picture. Now you may be wondering, what exactly do they mean by a holographic picture? I have no clue. It could be this, it could be this. Or it could even be this. The bottom line is that it's disappointing. I understand that the costs of the animatronic are high, but I really think this is a step in the wrong direction. The Murray Bridge Bunyip means a lot to so many people, me included, and I would be really sad to see it replaced by whatever a holographic picture means. Before we move on to the Ettamogah Bunyip, there's one more thing that I need to say. Supposedly, there was some sort of factory fire that destroyed a lot of the old pictures and videos of the original Murray Bridge Bunyip, but I don't know too much about that. There isn't much known about this Bunyip, but I'll tell you what I know. It seems that the Ettamogah Bunyip had been there since around the mid-80s to the early 90s, but I don't know that for sure. It was located in the Ettamogah Wildlife Sanctuary in Ettamogah, New South Wales, Australia, and it was fairly similar to the Murray Bridge Bunyip in function. It rose out of the water, made noise, and squirted water out of its mouth. There aren't too many pictures of it, but luckily, there are actually a few videos, which is kind of surprising to me. I'll play one now. This is a slightly sped up version of the video that I was talking about because I didn't want this segment to be 22 seconds long. Also, there's no audio. Something interesting to note is that at some point, the Ettamogah Bunyip got this yellow hat, but I have no idea why. Honestly, I don't even know if it's a hat, but it definitely is something. The sanctuary closed in 2012, but even after that, the Bunyip was left to rot. The last time someone's seen it, that I know of, was in 2018, but it's been 2 years. Who knows where it is now. I wish I knew more about the Ettamogah Bunyip, but that's all I have. On December 22nd, 1964, a tourist attraction called the Big Banana opened in New South Wales, Australia. It was built on a banana plantation, and its main attraction was, guess what? A big banana. Shocking, I know. What's important to know is that there was a sort of monorail that went around the whole park, and there was a huge animatronic Bunyip that showed up in different parts of the lake. This Bunyip is very different from both the Murray Bridge and Ettamogah Bunyip, not only in design, but also in function. I think this one looks a lot more like a dragon than a frog, or whatever the Murray Bridge Bunyip's supposed to look like. And while the Murray Bridge and Ettamogah Bunyip just kinda rose out of the water and screamed, this one moved around a little bit, which is neat. Now you may be wondering, where's the Bunyip now? Well, it was seemingly removed because of budget constraints. The entire point of it was to create something cool to look at on the monorail, And when they retired the monorail in 2005, the Bunyip really didn't have much of a reason to be there. The Big Banana still exists to this day, and while there has been talk about them bringing the Bunyip back, I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. But that's all I have. This video is one of the biggest ones I've ever created, and I would really appreciate it if you would consider subscribing. It helps me out a lot and makes me really happy. But anyways, thanks for 600. Goodbye.